Yeah, they at least have the right players in at the right time. Now the Viper's going to make things a little bit more awkward to push through. The timing's not bad, but the trade's still go in favor as Link is able to find himself a couple of kills. Scream still going strong. And well, rotation from Magnum a little bit far away.
Yeah, it seemed like a little bit of a misread from Fnatic that the players in Liquid hadn't pushed out just yet, hoping maybe that wall was put down as a fake. They were going to try to sneak through, move in towards B main, and you saw Breach was setting up a flash to pop in.
This duel could actually work out for Soulcast. The timing's going to be everything, and Bob peeks in. He's got Mystic alongside him. Easy early pick for Fnatic, and the time now starting to tick down.
What a shot. Eliminating navi right away means that you're not going to have that Viper utility for the late round, but Link does a good job of at least the stars are down as well. It's going to buy even more time for this Liquid side. But Boaster ready to blitz out. In fact, it's a fault line in hand, not a flash. That's going to give them the vision. They see Doma. Liquid Scream takes him down right away and then dashes over towards his teammate with the dismiss. Still, though, they're just trapped in here. All the utility coming for them. Time of the essence for Fnatic, really. They've got to pick up the pace on walking through. Luckily, Magnum has the off angle, and they'll quickly deal with Link to put this round on the board. And Magnum can just delay them a moment moving out of main to plant that. He will win the round single-handedly. 6 seconds. They need to plant now. If Magnum cancels this, the round is over already, but he's going to sit in position, take a couple of picks, and the rest of the team rallies around him, leaving Yampy all alone. And with a 1v4 and very little HP and not exactly the best weapon for it, Fnatic seem to be ready for that. With Magnum down below, the star is going to force him out of position. You cannot stand there. You can't turn your back on Scream either, as he proves instantly. Now they know Boaster's backside as well. The information easily workable. Rolling Thunder buying him some space, some time. He is really trying to stay alive on that backside, but Mystic goes down trying to get in to help him. Now Doma, the Vandal, not going to be able to spray it down. No one can support Boaster, who falls backside, and Liquid have easily overrun B.
Yeah, they played that really well. I think they were waiting to try and bait out that Rolling Thunder. You see how far back to bait people in, but you're actually peeking before the flash goes off, so that then the player's not going to be looking. You're trying...
Seemed like a little bit of a waste to me.
We've got Yumpy trying his best to survive here, but picking him off actually makes this a little bit more interesting. They've removed the players at least outside of the site. Now they've got to try and deal with the ones within the pit. Now the first point of contact is going to be the Tiger, which will at least spot a couple of players out, but whether they can actually deal with them is a different ball game altogether. And someone's going to have to try and either just spam through this pit or find something alongside it. In fact, they're even going to throw in a showstopper. They really are just closing the door on Fnatic in this round, not allowing them out of this site. And the spam through is even going to kill off Boaster. So many ultimates committed here from Liquid, and you know what? It's going to get them around.
I guess Soulcast learned a lesson there as well. Don't spray inside a Viper's pit with a Vandal. It's not a good call. You maybe hit them, but they'll definitely conscious of it, you would imagine. Right about now. They'll try to get the jump on them. There's the first, and oh, the dismiss saves his life as well. He is out of there. Oh, somehow the second shot not connecting either. I don't know how Scream is still alive at this stage. What I do know is it's a 3v3 retake for Fnatic, but they have plenty of ultis to use, still not very high impact ones. They can't really open around for you, so this is going to be a scrappy fight back in.
I think they're waiting at least for the smoke out the back to fade, hoping they can potentially find someone looking to come in on the flank, but it isn't there. The Cosmic Divide also not really going to help them too much because there's two players up close, so they have to try and clear these angles, and they haven't actually spotted for Scream. They're going to scan for him just moments later. The Neural Theft will reveal the final player, and they'll have plenty of time to get that defusal. I don't mind the setup from Liquid.
Seen this from them again and again, and I see Breach down in sewers, lining up that fault line for them to push into heaven.
Oh, no.
And take Durka down. Another missed operator shot. This is not looking good for Durka. Let's see if Mystic can recover it, and he absolutely can't. Now things for Fnatic are looking pretty grim. In fact, Doma fights out. He flashes through the smoke, regains sight control, and falls shortly after. And at this stage, another save is on the cards for Fnatic.
People in front of me or somehow turn around and kill all the people behind me. Doma, after being forced off the angle, left.
As their Cosmic Divide, their Viper Wall's up, they've used nades, they've used flashes. It doesn't matter though, because they get the plants, and now they can hold on to the post plants. Durka though doing well to start with, certainly not to finish with.
Yeah, they've actually switched things up. Now they no longer have the Viper's Pit. They've gone for a much more passive hold of the site. A couple of players waiting to try and deny ramp control because a retake without it, it's nigh on impossible. It's going to make things incredibly difficult for them. And navi, well, he's having his cake and he's eating it too.
Yeah, most definitely. This operator Viper play, not something you see every single day, but certainly something I'm happy to see this time around. He'll be caught right off the bat, but Doma traded out. Yampi up close will be caught, but time is too low. Rolling Thunder still online. They've got to get in there right here and now, and Mystic's going to be left alone to try and make it work. Link shuts him down quickly to put 7 for Team Liquid. They have been well and truly lost. Viper's Pit activated. That's good post-plant already, and the plant will be easily found. From here, Fnatic have Rolling Thunder to get back in, but they don't have Mystic or Durka to do it. I mean, even fighting into this Viper's Pit is going to be incredibly difficult if you manage to hit them all with the Rolling Thunder. And there's a lot of space for these players to move to. None of them managed to avoid it, but even still, there's a stun. Rolling Thunder's now no longer in effect, or just about to fade, and these players are super low from the Viper's Pit. Absolutely easy for Team Liquid. I think that's a good assumption. Making this comeback from 8-4 will be tough. It starts with a pistol round, and it starts without Doma.
Beautiful.
Grab well into a nade. Backside Durka dashing past. This is being chased down by a boombot, running out of ammo here. 4 bullets left. Quick reload, but the whole team's there. Scream already dominating in there on a 3K, and leaving just Magnum alone in heaven, trying to come in and split with his teammates, but he hasn't got any left. And Scream, well, he wants the 4K. He's sending it up on the rope, and he won't get it. Lighting Magnum to 40 and pretty much confirming the round. A valiant attempt and a good close to this round here. 9-4. Team Liquid almost secure the game on this. I mean, if they manage to...
Yes. No, he's a Brim main now.
Oh, good damage out of Scream. He can heal up as well. He doesn't even need the scope. Just swing it out.
Excuse me?
Hip fire headshots. All right. That's what we like to see. He tagged up Doma as well in a little collateral earlier on. So this should be a nice, easy cleanup. And honestly, yeah, look, having Empress online early, not that impactful really compared to most of the other ultimates on his team. But getting those kills is very important for the simple reason that it stops Fnatic from having the potential. Not when Solkus
really
and Link are staring at him with rifles.
Oh, you almost had to eat your words there.
Oh, that was close. 6 HP. Well, it's already netted them 1 kill. Surprisingly, not the duos that were taking the fight, but in fact, the Lurker of Magnum catching them completely off guard, and Solkus forgot to pick up his mouse on that one. Easy kill for Durka and a 2-man advantage for Fnatic. They might get their way back into this, but they're still running into B where there's 2 players waiting. Double flash. Link didn't stand a chance, and he's hunted down quickly.
It's a beautiful utility usage to get into the site. They've still got Yumpy to deal with, but he is completely surrounded. They've got the aftershock trying to force him out. I thought for a second he was going to be able to get 3 kills, but 2.5, it's not bad.
Towards A was one thing, but once the Heaven control fell, the round was under heavy threat.
Yeah, I do also think, though, that there was a lot of aspects in that round.
Seeing a Viper, it's definitely strange because you're not going to want that player to take opening duels a lot of the time, but on defense, it can be okay. That time it was not. He falls next to his brother Scream, who now wants to push up and try to get that control, aware that that was the Lurker of Magnum finding the kill, and that they might be rotating over. You're going to see Liquid reinforce the B side as well. 2 players now here to stop them. Yampi having all of the stars to play with. And a little bit less HP. That was very close if the spray was continued. Link able to take down Durka. Yampi gets that's the spike drop. Great information, but there's a flank coming around. He watches it just in time. Oh! Raised them for 4. The final player coming through Heaven, Magnum, will be caught as well. And Link aces out the round. 11-6. Team Liquid.
Looks like a freebie kill. They'll take it eventually. So now the rest of the team are going to start pushing back in the other direction. The spike's still very far behind, and Yumpy has already managed to find a kill. Now, for Boaster, it becomes a little bit awkward. They've got 20 seconds to either continue their push in towards this side of the map or try and fall back, and instead they just walk into Navira's crosshair and he finds both kills.
Running a proper comp yourself, if you're just looking to feel out how other people play a map you don't normally. And, well, you know, with Scream, a lot of the time Liquid are going to play it by sending him out to kill someone. And that's exactly why.
Yeah, he's able to fade back through
the smokes. What a nice guy Mystic is. You see that? He just gave his weapon away. And play him with a Spectre instead. What a cool dude.
Cool. Fair enough. Soulcast has died, and now they can maybe retrieve one for himself. Scream, he's caught out. Oh, there's no way. There is no way he should get away with that. What just happened to Doma? A little bit of dancing from Scream, and he's able to dodge his way out of a scenario where he should have been dead long, long ago. It is left onto your man, Mystic. I think he's about to walk straight into the crosshair of Scream. I thought for a second he was going to go for a dive, but instead he'll execute him honorably. They do talk about it at this point they have to. That's what we're looking at right now.
This man is not about to double shock dart these guys. Oh, Scream, get the hell out of here! 1 second into the game and he's already one-tapped Durka.
Around the wall itself, like try and deny people this extra little bit of space. Sova, oh, it's a little bit awkward for Boaster, but he'll find the kill nonetheless. It was necessary, but Scream is just connecting everything with the Sheriff. Magnum has one of his own. Oh, it's not quite as crisp. It's not quite as crisp. It's going to be Liquid taking themselves the initial pistol round and getting off to a strong start on their defensive side.
Spotted, great head peek angle, the blast back up above doing damage to Mystic. He's now just 47 HP, the defuse halfway gone. Boaster caught in the open, lacking with the shock dart in hand. Still down into a 2v2, 1v2 in fact now, just leaving Mystic to try and stall them a little longer. Sadly, Sulcas comes up behind him and with just about enough time. Throw up on Fnatic's home ground and well, that initial pick, peak rather, on one of the few strong weapons they have in the form of a Marshal. Leaves Durka down with a little bit less HP than he would have liked. That could have been very close indeed, and Navira escaping with his life though.
Yeah, for the remaining players, they're going to need to try and achieve quite a lot here. Still leaving Magnum on the lurk, even though he is playing the Sage. I don't believe he would have his wall in this scenario anyway, unless he's just bought it up to use in the next round. And yeah, Navira, well, we spoke about Scream earning up ults. It's actually going to be his brother getting there first. Still, though, a little bit of cost cause. Like, it's not ideal for Fnatic, but they've even earned up a res, I believe, onto Magnum already, so it's earned up more economy anyway. So it's a bit of a weird round where normally Fnatic would have a huge advantage. Instead, there's actually not much at all. Link, he's going to get scanned up running behind them, and there's the realization. Doma with a freebie kill onto him, and now they actually have a sandwich almost perfectly onto the players around this B site. Yumpy at least able to find one, but I was about to say there's not really a chance for Soulcast here with just a pistol.
Be honest with you, man, not really making a lot of sense to me with how this round went down. I think Liquid have had a...
It's like with someone like a YouTuber, they do like... They get a load of different food and they just eat it on YouTube and like talk.
They're leaving a lurk out on mid. Early in the round, we saw their Jet get up on top. Oh, little bump. No plant to be found. This time, Sulka's just running them down. And that has not worked out. Magnum, Durka in there for the picks. Durka's mid lurk working perfectly. And Scream, well, he's going to have to dive on into that Viper's pit. Potentially, why is he in Boaster's face? Boaster's going to be so mad with that.
Yeah, he's managed to bypass all of his teammates. He's also caught Doma on the outside. This goes from being basically an impossible position to lose from Fnatic to now into a 3 versus 3. They're even baiting out the res and trying to get Scream to jump in. How is he still finding these kills? Navira's dropped another. The time, however, is ticking. They need to clear out the remainder, and it's left all on to Scream, dashing away, but Mystic will keep them in it. That's an incredibly costly round for Fnatic. Individual players to drag them through. Getting a huge boost from economy from something like this would be great. Scream, though, has been completely caught out, and while Doma just seems to be running around and killing everybody in this round, so I don't think there's going to be much, realistically, for Liquid to play with. I do believe they put a couple of rifles on the board, though, so I'll be curious to see what their economy looks like next round, because Yumpy has nothing.
You can see Doma kind of second-guessing some of these fights. He's like, oh, I don't really need to get aggressive on that. That's why I love watching Fnatic, man. They're smart players, but so too are Liquid, and they're damn well skilled. Yampy moving around the backside inside the Cloudburst, waiting for it to fade, and so too are Fnatic, staring right on at him. It's a nice closeout, 3 versus 1 Link, just a Sheriff. No time, snake bites everywhere. The question is, does he manage to do a bit more damage? Does he get out with the rifle? And the answer to those questions is no. Fnatic, not great. Needs to step it up a little bit in that performance, but nonetheless, they've got 4 rounds on the board. He's being traded out. No, I'll tell you who isn't. Durka. He's gone right at the start of the round, and Team Liquid have fully rotated in. There are 5 players here. There's a showstopper online. It might not even need to be used. They're just decimating Fnatic on this push towards B, and it's barely even begun. They're only just making it to yellow by the time it's a 3v5.
Yeah, I think they're desperately going to need a kill to come through at this point from Doma. The dismiss should just about get him to escape, but he has taken some extra damage in response. I don't really see a way out of this for them. Both players so desperately low. Maybe if there's an extra kill. They actually are going to use the showstopper. I don't really know why, but I guess it forced the remaining couple of players out.
Bladestorm not likely to be popped just here. We need some duels to go Liquid's way very quickly here, and there's a player spawned in the corner. Free kill to Magnum already. We mentioned their Reyna is super low on HP, but Mystic from afar is
they moved the plant.
Scream. There's the wall, and because they moved the plant, they've got to dash on in and stop that diffuse as it just goes across the line. There's still players left alive on Fnatic by the time the round ends, and Team Liquid at 7 rounds is where you want to see Fnatic by the end of this half. And, well, Doma opens it up well, but traded out immediately. They need to win these final 2 to reach the goal. The spike will be planted, but that might not help them. It's a 3v3. The duels still need to go their way. Boaster does well to at least find one, and now they pull back. They're playing a... Oh, that was a bit awkward on the spray. But Yampy falls eventually. This super passive post plans, screaming a 1v3. Somehow I still believe it's possible purely because of the man that is in it. He's going to try to stick it down halfway. He secured it at least to start with. Now out comes the pick. The first is found. The second player spotted. Mystic still unknown. Sticking it halfway, and eventually he'll be caught out. Well played by Fnatic to close that round out. Narrowly misses Solkas, who is again trying to push them back with those blast packs. The shock dart's not quite landing, but the shots are. As Solkas falls, the numbers now favor Fnatic, and a Viper's Pit online. Oh, he dies to the snake bite from navi up above. Scream from the top rope is tearing them to shreds, and Boaster on that late flank yet again. He won't even be able to get there in time. That defuse is coming through, covered by navi. 6-6 at the half-time. Very good half out of Liquid, I have to say.
It's strong, but this is a map, again, that they don't really play. So now I'm looking at those star players, and, well, there's one of them already, but Doma, he's actually going to be able to dismiss out of there.
Although it wasn't really a switch, the player died, but still, it worked out. Nice shot to Boaster. Liquid scream, pulling it right on back. His sheriffs in these pistol rounds have just been nasty. Yappy gets inside of the poison orb, eliminating Mystic. Fnatic starting to fall apart. That man advantage they had now turns into just one player. Magnum popping the wall, trying to take the duel, but Yampy, despite being tagged up, will survive, and Scream comes in for a 3K in the pistol.
Because the rest of his team are going to come under some serious pressure, and he's actually been flanked out by Dome. He's aware of the position, and that duel was close, but close doesn't work versus Arena.
Yeah, absolutely. Get her low, it doesn't matter. Heal back up, and look at Doma. 149 HP, but it's not enough. Not when you're up against the Sheriff. navi taking him down, and although Mystic's fighting back in, how are you going to get this defuse? 2 versus 2. Time not on their side, and the flank coming through from navi. Hunter's Fury to buy him that little bit of extra time, even holding on to the second pulse, and now as Durka goes in for it, little does he know navi is coming up behind, and that was almost very awkward. It should now be locked down, not even halfway defused. Mystic has no time to get this done. Even getting out of there is going to be impossible for both of them. He kills navi, but he dies to the spike after.
Just to buy time for the lurk of navi, that was perfect from Liquid, even though they lose some players, and now we need to see a same response from Durka, and it just hasn't been there. Not able to get anything done. 2 players picked off, the last only on the site. It's not going to get anything either. A correction of aim, and they're already waiting for the flank. Nice shot from Magnum, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to get my hopes up just yet. Good position out of Yampy. Easily closing that. 10-6 we go.
Back off of the position of navi. Now they are watching for this. Doma is facing that direction, but he won't win the battle. He even expected him to be there, still able to find absolutely nothing. Mystic has to kill him off, and he will. Just about gets the right timing of the player dropping down, leaving it into a 2 versus 4 scenario. After plant looking likely. The snake bite again gonna do at least a little bit of damage to Link, and may even try and kill him off. In fact, maybe a bit of an oversight for Mystic.
Oh, Soka's going up on top of yellow with the players that are left. That won't be expected. He has a good off angle, but a 1v3 to win out. And the first shot lands for Durka. There's Fnatic winning that defensive round at long last. They definitely... Fnatic still need to push in on the back of it, though.
We're going to see the drone clear the close angle of Solkas, actually leaving in quite an awkward spot. He fights it and does actually manage to get a 1-for-1 trade. And although there is a red, Scream has just started popping heads 3 in a row. It's going for the whole team. 4 now down for Scream. He's looking to put the final nail in the coffin, and there is only 1 man remaining in his way. It's the ace out from Scream, and you can even see him on the camera. He knows what he's just done.
It's going to be activated, but navi is hunting him down right away, closing in the distance, looking to take this fight, and he's going to walk straight through it. Now navi has the control. They know that this player's not playing there, and the showstopper out of Solkas. He hunts him down, but Scream falls. No res to bring him back into this round. He aced the previous. This time, someone else needs to step it up. The Hunter's Fury will stop the plant at least for a moment. It gets some tags, some glorious damage, but no follow-up to eliminate these players. Liquid still have a 4v4.
Spike
And with the
planted.
reload coming in, they're able to get out of there after planting the spike. Solka's lurking around aggressively, has been spotted. They'll look to just absolutely drop on him. Wow, what the spacing is terrible! He's able to isolate every single duel. They're not even reacting to the fact that he's down below on the site. And a 3v2 emerges. The blade storm out of Durka might just buy them back in, and indeed it does. An aggressive push, a big play, and an 8th round for Fnatic. They're gonna have to be so cautious as we move forward here on the Fnatic side. And well, Magnum, he's not erring on the side of caution at all. Walking down, but Scream is ready. Solka's creeping up behind. Will completely blindside Boaster and even catch Durka. This could be it. Done and dusted for Fnatic. Doma needs to go absolutely nuclear, and he'll be shut down as well. Mystic's the last man alive. Spotted coming up behind. Hey, that Liquid have locked this one down. Flank caught at least on Scream. Yampy gonna try a little bit more, but he physically can't win the round anymore. It's so far gone as long as they don't just run at him, and they're buying the time. Look, Yampy's just playing with him right now. Running that clock all the way down, then taking him out for 13-8. The home ground of Fnatic goes the way of Team Liquid, and so this best of 5 is no more. 2-0. We close.